Good morning, my friends. What would you say if I could tell you some things about yourself that you don't even know? Well, hang on to your skivvies, because that's the road that we're going down today. I'm so glad that you're here with me, and I thank you for watching. This message is going to take some of you and pitch what you think right out the window. And some of you are not going to believe me. Some of you are going to say, he is just crazy. And that's totally okay. So this week we're talking about believing in yourself. And it led me to read and to think more about how we communicate with ourselves regularly. Did you know that most of what we tell ourselves about what we're doing, about what others are thinking, and about what we're and how we're actually performing is a lie? It's not true. And you might say, well, I don't lie to myself, but yes, you do. Two things I know is true: that we always overestimate what we can do in a day, and we always underestimate what we can do in a year or 2 years or 3. Why is that? Because we have a habit of not telling ourselves the truth. You may respond by saying, well, I just want to be realistic. And that's some people's excuse for not telling themselves the truth. No, you don't want to be realistic. You want to experience a painless life. You don't want to experience resistance. A resistance, friction, conflict, tension, antagonism, or strife. And you definitely don't want to experience that in your mind before anything happens. You see, our brains have this magical mechanism that automatically sends us down the path of least resistance. And 97% of the world follow that path every single day. Our brain tells us that resistance and friction is going to be painful, and then it lies to us about what we need to do about it and what we need to think. It does this to redirect us down this path of least resistance. What we fail to understand is that no matter what path we take, there is pain. Now, I'm going to tell you something I don't talk to a lot of people about. Maybe I ought to talk to more people about it more often. But it doesn't take very many times sitting with a person they're in the last stage of their life. Some people would call it laying on their deathbed. But it doesn't take talking to very many of those people to help you understand that pain is inevitable. There is the pain of friction of going down a more difficult road, making a choice that will change your life. And there's pain at the end of life wrapped up in what we all know as regret. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want to get to the end of my life and hurt, knowing that I could have done something like what I'm doing now to be fulfilled, but I chose to go down the easy path, the path of least resistance. Every morning, there's this little voice that still talks to me that says, oh, Mike, you don't have to do this. But I do. I call this psychological necessity. It is not emotionally driven. It's not natural, because what our emotions and our natural tendencies are is to take that path of least resistance. You've got to be able to say that I know I'm going to hurt, but this pain is temporary and it's totally worth it. Generally, in life, for us to do this, it takes help. I'm not able to do this completely on my own because sometimes it's difficult, and I have a coach, a helper, a mentor that's helping me. How you address the challenges and the changes of life is vital if you want to direct your life in a certain way. Because rest assured, if you don't direct it, your subconscious mind will direct you down that path of least resistance, and you'll find yourself laying on the bed at the end of your life with regret and pain, knowing that you could have done something different. Now, if you're content with floating along with the current of the river of life to the end, be sure that you will find regret in the end. And most of the time, the only thing you find floating along with the current are dead fish. Now, I hope this has been helpful. If it has, there's a lot more to learn about this process of how to believe in yourself. We're going to talk about that some more this week. I'd love to be the one to help you in this process. Smash that like button. Share this with your friends. They need this information too. Everybody needs to hear this. And more than that, we need to change our old habits. I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Go out there and make it happen. I love y'all. Mike out.